When it comes to movies, cinematography is the stylistic element that involves the composing and recording of images. It entails a series of decisions about film form that can be divided into two groups. The first group of decisions have to do with the materials and equipment used to film the movie, which includes things like whether to use digital or analog equipment, the specific type of camera or cameras that will be used, the type of lenses that will be needed to go along with those cameras, the type of film stock if shooting analog, the aspect ratio in which you will be filming, which is partly dependent on the cameras, the lenses, and the film stock that are used, and the camera settings, the f-stop or lens aperture settings, the frame rate, etc., that will be used to capture each individual shot in the film. The second group of decisions about film form that are related to cinematography have to do with the shooting techniques that are used to film movie images. These include framing, shot duration, and the work involved in creating visual effects, if any will be used in the film. As with camera settings, decisions about framing, shot duration, and visual effects are decisions that have to be made for every individual shot that make up a movie. When analyzing cinematography, it might be helpful to think about it as being the language of cinema. The shot is the most basic unit of cinematography. In filming, a shot is delineated by one uninterrupted take. In the finished film, and when watching a movie, individual shots are separated by edits. So, in the image on the screen, each of those individual images is one shot that makes up a larger scene in a movie. Each shot is filmed from a different camera position and provides us with a different view or visual perspective on the action that is unfolding on screen. If shots are delineated by takes, then a take is whatever is filmed from the time that the camera starts filming until the time that it stops filming. In movies, scenes are generally filmed multiple times in different takes, with each take involving either a different camera position or a different framing technique. In movies, shots are arranged into scenes. If a new shot begins with each change in camera position or framing, a new scene begins with a change in location and/or a change in time in terms of the plot events unfolding on screen. And in the same way that shots are arranged into scenes, scenes are arranged into movie narratives. It is not unusual to have a scene that is made up of a single shot rather than a series of shots. More on that in the last cinematography video. Though, in general, most scenes in most movies will be made up of multiple shots. While it is much less common to have an entire film made up of a single shot, it is not unheard of. Both the film Russian Ark, released in 2002, and the film 1917, released in 2019, do this, although it is very rare. And 1917 also cheats in that it was not actually filmed all in one take, while Russian Ark was. In general, though, most movies are made up of multiple scenes that are, again, made up of multiple shots filmed in multiple takes. Movies that are shot digitally have a different look and a different visual quality to the images than analog films, though you're going to have to take my word for it, since what you are looking at on the left side of your digital computer or mobile device screens is a digital reproduction of an analog image. In general, digital shooting produces harder, more sharply defined images, while analog shooting produces softer images. In terms of analog filming, different film stocks will also produce different kinds of images that range from grainy to sharp, as well as from black and white to color, and from high contrast images to low contrast images. These differences in terms of the visual quality of the image relate to what is discussed in the reading for this week as tonality. Tonality is the subject of our next cinematography video.